Tough message here for Christians. For those of us who claim that the blood of Jesus Christ has cleansed our sin, that we've been put in right relationship with God, and that we're on our way to heaven, here's a tough message for you. I want to talk about the judgment seat of Christ. The Apostle Paul speaks of this in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10, and he's speaking to Christians. He clearly is talking to people who walk by faith and not by sight. And here's what he says. He says, we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive what is due us for the things done in the body, whether good or evil. Now, this is not the great white throne judgment of the book of Revelation. That's for unbelievers. This is the judgment seat of Christ for Christians. Paul says we will all stand before it and we will answer for the moments of our lives, for the money that we had in our lives, for the passion, for the activities, for the things that we did in our lives. He says we'll answer for it in terms of whether it was good or evil. The context here and the word behind that word evil really means worthless. Okay? And Paul corroborates this in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, right around verse 15. He talks about the fact that there will be Christians who, like him, you've had a foundation built by Jesus. Only Jesus can save us. It's his grace. It's his goodness that saves us. But once he builds that foundation, then we are supposed to do things with our salvation. If we understand the value of an eternal soul, if we know that whosoever believeth in him will not perish but have everlasting life rather than everlasting destruction in hell, then we'll be doing something with what Jesus has given to us. So Paul says there will actually be people who, when they stand at the judgment seat of Christ, they will watch everything that they lived for, or much of what they lived for, burn up. He says this. He says, when you stand there, if your works are burned up, the builder will suffer loss, but yet will be saved, even though only as one escaping through the flames. So you could stand at the judgment seat of Christ and watch most of your life go up in flames. Didn't matter, didn't mean anything in terms of eternity. You'll still be saved. And I don't understand how God exactly is going to give us these rewards, or how we'll suffer loss into eternity and still, have his eternal joy. But he knows, because the judgment seat of Christ is real, and I want people saved.